Welcome back, Mastercrafted Gaming fans. Kyle here with Jerry Paige coming all the way from Chicago to be with us. Martin and Rob making their first appearance from the Mastercrafted group into a team game. 2,000 points aside. We're going to do good versus evil. Dwarves and elves, which is going to be Martin and Jerry, against Night Stalkers and Varangur with Rob and myself. 1,000 points per player, 2,000 per side. We're going to do pillage. We rolled up 5 tokens.
5 tokens, yep.
For objectives. What do you guys think? Are you excited?
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. I can't wait to put the hammer down on
some steel rain.
Steel rain. Heavy shooting from these guys.
Not heavy shooting. Just no shooting compared to what
heavy
compared
shooting.
to their armies. Heavy shooting. But, yeah.
Some flyers. We got some cavalry. You know, it's
Chance of lead drizzle.
Chance of lead drizzle.
Fire one.
Should be a really good matchup. So we're going to show you deployment.
Okay, we have the IRONGUARD here with the Brew of Sharpness. Oh, they're so tough. Got the Iron Watch rifles, Jar of the Four Winds, long range. We have 2 organ guns. Hopefully they'll rain some death. Got my WARSMITH to inspire those. And the Steel Behemoth. Look at him, he's so pretty. He's friendly, he's so nice.
Okay, so starting off here, I've got my Elven Mage Blue. He has Bane Chant, and he's armed with the Inspiring Talisman. My Green Mage has both Bane Chant 2 and Lightning Bolt 5. He's got Meridan's Amulet of Fire, so once a game he can shoot twice. I've got 2 regiments of War Chariots. The first one, the one with the flag, has the Brew of Keen Eye, so they're +1 to hit with their normal ranged attacks. The second one, second War Chariot, has the Wine of Elvenkind, so they're nimble. My DRAKON Riders, I've got a regiment of those. They don't have anything special. And then I've got my Silvery's Cavalry. They are armed with the Heart-Seeking Chant, so their 7 shots become piercing.
Alright, for my list, I've got 1 unit of Tundra Wolves. I've got 2 identical units of Direfang Riders. Plenty of blood on these guys, ready to go. We've got also two identical units of Mounted Suns. No upgrades of any kind on them either. And then we have 1 Chieftain on Direfang.
The Night Stalkers back in action again, starting off with a regiment of Reapers. Then we have a horde of Butchers with the Mace of Crushing. The Nightmares, gotta love them. Flaming Horses, they're not stealthy. Horde of Fiends with the Blade of Slashing. I got 24 attacks, gotta make sure they hit. And then the Shadow Hulk, love this monster, love the model. Good won the roll to select sides and deploys first. What we're going to do is each player on a team is going to drop before the other team places again. So Jerry's going to put a piece down, and then Martin's going to put a piece down before we switch over to the evil side. We have 5 objective markers in the mission that we're playing, each worth 200 points in the 2,000 point game. This is basically the layout of where they're at. You can see the 2 swampy looking things are actually height 4 forests. The rubble in the middle is a height 2 difficult terrain, and I think everything else is just kind of difficult. Good has a lot of shooting, so they're setting up accordingly, basically, and Evil wants to get in their faces as quickly but as safely as possible, so that's how we're looking to deploy. We're rolling for first turn.
I won with a 3!
That's a mighty victory.
So the shooty army gets to go first.
Yay! Zang! He's broke.
Okay, so here it is, the end of the Alliance of Goods turn 1 movement phase. Basically, the dwarves here on the right flank just kind of held their position to get ready for some shooting, and over here on the left flank, the elves, in conjunction with the Steel Behemoth, moved over to get set up to try to fire on this center unit there.
I'm gonna
weaken them out.
Hold back and try to rain some fire into them as they come to me.
And I think that's an awesome way to be.
The Iron Watch Rifleman shot 20 shots into the Direfang Riders, only doing 2 points of damage. He whiffed bad. The Wizard cast Bane Chant into the Regiment of Chariots here, and then uses his special magic item to throw an additional Lightning Bolt, doing another 2 points of damage into the Direfang Riders. The Chariots throw 3 points of damage into him with that extra Bane Chant, putting a lot of damage here. The Wizard then Bane Chants the other set of Chariots, and they throw shots into the Mountain Suns next to him, doing 2 points of damage. The Silver Breeze Cavalry throw 4 wounds into the Mounted Suns. And that's it.
Alright, so we just finished the turn 1 shooting phase. I did a total of, how many wounds did I do here?
6 on that one.
6 wounds. They have a nerve of 13, 15, so here goes the roll. 7.
That's a waiver.
It's a waiver.
Waiver is perfect. I can handle that. The next thing we have, we did a combined number of wounds, 7 on that regiment of Direfang Cav. You want to roll this?
Yeah, I'll roll it.
Roll it. Let's go for it. We're looking for a 7 plus. No, Snake. I'm glad you rolled the Snake Eyes, not me.
Your story cursed me.
I'm sorry. So they got a Snake Eye, so they will not be affected this turn. But at least, luckily, they're slow, so we got a little time.
All right.
Alright, my chieftain moved up behind the nightmares. The Direfang Riders just moved forward, as did the other unit of Direfang Riders. The first group of mounted sons were wavered, did not move, and the Tundra Wolves and the other group of mounted sons just moved forward to their movement range.
Basically, everything's just moving up right now because we don't have charges, we don't have shooting, and we're kind of in some bad situations because there's not a lot of opportunities for us to go with the double. Either the forest are blocking us or the difficult terrain stopping us from doing it. I was able to move my fiends up just a little bit. I had to pivot to do it, so I couldn't move them at the double either. So we're stuck in another phase of having to get shot at.
Okay, my regiment of DRAKON riders decided to zip across the table to get in position for some threatening over there. My chariots just moved back a little bit to be out of charge range to give me another couple turns of shooting, and that was basically it for me.
The majority of the dwarves are sitting tight, waiting for them to come close enough to get some more shots in. The Steel Behemoth moved up to the left flank, trying to hold off a large formation on that side.
The most accurate rifleman in history doing another 2 points of damage to the Direfang Riders. The Steel Behemoth throws 10 fireballs into the pretty little puppy Tundra Wolves and does 4 points of damage. The Green Wizard Bane Chants the Chariot, and that Chariot does nothing. Tried to go into the Direfang Riders and doesn't do it. The other Wizard throws another Bane Chant into the Chariot next to him. This happens all the time. Jerry's not turning him to face. I don't see it happening, but you know, that Chariot does 2 points of damage. The Silver Breeze Cavalry throws an additional, what was it? 3 wounds into the Mounted Sons as well. These shots are killing us.
Steel Behemoth shot into the Tundra Wolves with his breath weapon. I'm going to do a nerf test. They had
4 points of damage?
Yeah.
Yes.
Need a 7-9 total. 6 and a 5 doesn't do it.
No.
Sad panda.
Here we have shooting at that Direfang regiment again. We had combined shooting from 3 units and only managed to do 4 wounds total. They're sitting at a 10, so we need a 3-5 to do something to them. Here we go. We got a 6. That puts them off the table, I believe.
Excellent.
Yay.
Thank you.
Next,
No.
we had we had the lovely Silver Breeze Chariot, Cavalry, thank you, did a whopping 4 wounds total. So they're at a 10-2, I believe, or 9? 9. They're at a 9. So right here they did 3 wounds. We're looking at another big roll here, hopefully. 6 and a 9 is 15. They're wavered again. No.
15 would take them off.
That's
Oh, then they're off.
all right.
High five.
Excellent.
Go team good.
What a messy place to be for an evil player. We are in a really shitty situation, to be honest. Just the way it is, we kind of moved some things up to set up for some turn 3 charges. I did get the Fiends into the Regiment of Chariots here. They're going to be hindered. It's not a great situation because I'm facing a flank, so in my opinion, if I don't do really well on the roll there, it's not going to be good for me. The Direfang, or Tundra Wolves, got into the Steel Behemoth. We did talk about this quite a bit because it just was a situation that Rob wasn't quite sure he wanted to go on, but we decided to do it. I don't think they're going to do anything to him, but it's better than them just hanging out there. Yeah. The Nightmares here are going to throw a Wind Blast into the really high defense nasty dwarves that I don't want to be charging me or anything like that, so they're going to move back 3 inches, and that's good. The Fiends charging into the Regiment of Chariots, they were hindered here, and I forgot that I had Blade of Slashing, but I only did, I think it was 4 hits and then 4 points of damage or something like that. It was just not as good as I wanted it to be.
The Tundra Wolves, they charged 2 hits, only one of them ended up getting through the defense, so I'm going to need boxcars on that one.
You're recording.
Oh, the Fiends, they failed me. Failed me bad. I need an 8-10 just to get this something to happen here. So, big money. That's not it.
So you back that inch a little bit, makes me happy. And I'm still recording.
And Tundra Wolves didn't get a lot done against that 6 defense, but we'll see.
Needed boxcars and only got 3.
This ain't going well for us, Rob.
Not at all.
Alright, so my dwarves that were pushed back by the wind attack moved up, basically regaining the ground that they had lost, and my steel behemoth charged into the Tundra wolves.
Okay, and then for the elves, what I ended up doing is I did a counter charge with my chariot combined with my other chariot in the flank here. My Silver Breeze cavalry position to try to take some shot at the unit in the woods. It's going to be kind of hard to hit. And my DRAKON Rider regiment moved into position to help support my dwarf ally here on the right flank.
For the dwarves, both of the organ guns are going to open up into the nightmares that are in this forest. They're each going to do 1 wound apiece. The needing the 6s to hit with the base 5 is a big deal here. And then the horde of Ironwatch rifles shot into the nightmares as well. They did 4 points of damage, giving them a total of 6.
Okay, we missed a dice roll, but I got a waiver on 6 wounds.
You rolled a 9. 6 wounds.
Yeah.
That's the worst possible result. I'd rather than be off the table.
That's so mean.
The mighty Steel Behemoth does 10 points of damage to the Tundra Wolves. In combined flanking and from the front, the Elven Chariots only do 6 points of damage.
Okay, Steel Behemoth got some attacks in on the...
6.
6 attacks in on the Tundra Wolves. As long as I don't roll Snake Eyes, I should be good. Incoming Snake Eyes.
No.
No, I got it, alright.
Inspired? No? Okay.
No, that's it. So, awesome.
Jerry, you got a nerve test.
Got a nerve test. Basically, I need boxcars to do anything. Here we go. That is not boxcars. That's a 9 and 6. That's only 15. So I have to back.
It's half a boxcar.
And back. Whoops. The guys that want to stand up. And that's going to be the end of that. I didn't get them this time.
Alright, turn 3 is when things are going to need to happen. The Butchers and the Shadow Hulk multi-charge into the Steel Behemoth along with the Bounded Suns. If this doesn't do it, I don't know what will. The Fiends are going to countercharge into the Chariots in the front since they already have some damage there. And the Mounted Chieftain is going to go into the Organ Gun because he can nearly solo half of the table on that side. Minor moves elsewhere, the Nightmares pivot to face the DRAKON Riders while the Direfang Riders change, or just advance straight ahead so they can charge in turn 4.
Alright, the Chieftain on Direfang charged in and did 21 damage on the organ gun.
The Fiends went into the regiment doing an additional 8 wounds onto them, and the combined combats from the Butchers, the Shadow Hulk, and the Direfang Mounted Suns did an additional 12 wounds. That's not as much as we wanted. We really wanted a little bit more here, but we're going to have to take it.
Here we go.
Reroll for inspiring.
Of course, Rob.
And they're gone.
I didn't think there was much of a question that was.
All right, we got nerve test here on Fiends on the regiment here. What do I need, Rob?
You need, I'm a 12-14, so Snake Eyes.
I'm about to reroll.
One more time. And so they're gone.
Bye-bye. This one, though, this is the bigger one. 13 total points of damage on it.
Yeah.
Nerve is 16-18?
16-18, right? 16-18.
18-20.
3-5? 18-20. No, don't be giving me that.
I don't know. Is it 18-20?
Yeah.
Okay. 7.
7 and 13
That's
is
20.
20.
So that's gone. So,
That was good.
and we got a 20. Yeah, 20. And
All right, in good turn 4, the Iron Guard are going to advance to challenge the Direfang Riders. Martin is hoping to keep them in check and away from the Riflemen. In the prior turn with the Fiends, I turned to face them to eliminate the potential for a rear charge by the DRAKON Riders. I knew I was going to get a flank by the Chariots one way or another, so I'm going to take a front and a flank instead of a rear and a flank. Jerry basically then turns to face the Silver Breeze Cavalry to throw some shots into the Butchers that are coming down that flank, and Good's facing some heat and needs some luck to swing things back their way. Maybe they can get some dice rolls here.
So
The riflemen go into the Direfang Riders and do 5 points of damage. The Warsmith misses altogether onto the Direfang Riders, and the organ gun decides to go into the Nightmares instead, doing 3 wounds. The blue wizard Bane chants the regiment of chariots, and the green wizard throws 5 lightning bolts, doing 3 points of damage into the butchers, while the Silver Breeze cavalry, with that bullshit, do 3 points of damage to the butchers as well.
Direfangs were shot between combined fire of my Warsmith and Iron Watch Rifleman for a total of 5 wounds. I'm going to go ahead and roll the check now.
Need Nate 10.
That's not 10.
No. It's fantastic.
Okay, the organ gun shot into the Nightmares, doing 7 points of damage? 3 points.
3 points, got a total of 9 on him.
Right. Roll the test.
Either 4 or 7. 4 waivers.
On 4.
It's a 4, so that's actually what you wanted in that
awesome.
case.
Okay, so here we had a combined shot between the Green Wizard and the Silver Breeze Cavalry. We did 5 total wounds, 5 damage to the butchers here. We're rolling for a
Fearless 18.
Fearless 8. Oh, yeah, I need box cards basically to do anything. Boy, I didn't get anything, so that was nothing. Haha, oh well. Okay, so here I had my Chariots and DRAKON Riders charge into these Fiends. I did a total of 9 points of damage, bringing them up to 15. So I'm looking for a 3-5 to be able to do something. Okay, after the only combat we had this turn, I did a total of 9 wounds, and now I'm about to make this nerve test. I need a 3 to 5 to do something nice here. Actually, I want a 5+. That is a 3. They are wavered. I didn't really want that, but oh well, that's how it goes sometimes.
Nothing I can do to him, so...
Sometimes it goes like that.
The Chieftain is going to go into the Warsmith on a charge. The Direfang Riders are going to go into the Iron Guard on a charge. The Shadow Hulk is actually going to move out of the way so that the Butchers and the Mounted Sons are going to do a multi-charge into the Silver Breeze Cavalry.
Okay.
The Chieftain rolls 7 wounds into the Warsmith, doing some good work there. The Direfangs go into the Iron Guard and only do 3. Those guys are tough. The Butchers put 11 wounds into the Silver Breeze even though they were hindered. That was nice. And the Mounted Sons do an additional 6 for a total of 17.
It's a big roll for Rob. We need him to roll a 6 here.
Yep.
Very big
We
roll.
want 2 to
Twice.
4. 2 to 4.
Perfect!
Oh, right.
That's not it, Rob.
Jerry, I didn't know you get Rob your dice.
Perfect.
The dwarves are
Perfect. Here, let me move this back for you because I know your arm is tired to rolling those dice. There we go.
Going.
Oh, we got a combined total
17.
damage of 17. Need Snake Eyes twice basically because of the Inspiring.
There's once. There's twice.
I saw that one, yeah.
They are gone. Oh no, Silver Breeze, but you did your job.
One more nerve test. The Direfang Riders went into the Iron Guard, and we're going to need a 12 for anything to happen at all here. So, casino dice for the win.
Oh! Thank you.
Nice charge. The Warsmith charged into the Direfang Chieftain, and the Iron Guard charged into the Direfang Cavalry.
And for the elves, basically what we had the DRAKON Rider do a charge into the Wounded Fiends, hoping to take them out this turn. The remaining regiment of chariots, they just flipped around to face the butchers. We're going to hopefully be able to do some damage there. My Inspiring Wizard moved over an inch just to be in the way of the Mounted Sons of Corrigan to block them out. And my Green Wizard just positioned himself in such a way that he can do a lightning bolt on those butchers also.
Okay, the organ gun shot into the Nightmare, doing 3 points of damage, making them at a 12 total wounds.
Hopefully we'll rout him this time.
Okay, because of cover and stealth, the Iron Watch Rifleman only got 10 shots, and I whiffed all of them magically.
You did nothing.
It was beautiful.
Okay, so the Blue Wizard Bane chanted the Chariot unit, and the Chariot unit whiff did not do any damage on the Butchers. The Green Wizard threw his 5 lightning bolts in, and although he did some hits, he was not able to do any wounds, so unscathed. This is a terrible shooting phase for the side of good.
Okay, checking for the Nightmares. A 3 will waver. Anything more, and they're off the board.
Okay, but it is
Reroll.
Yep, 1 reroll. Let's do that again, please.
Thank you!
Finally, how long have you been shooting at them?
Yay! Yay!
The Iron Guard charged into the cavalry here. Did 7 wounds with my Brew of Sharpness.
And rolled 5s to hit, rolled 5s to damage.
Only needed
Awesome.
twos to hit. So we're going to go ahead and test the waiver here.
No waiver. Oh my god, you scared me. 16.
You were scared.
They're at 13, 15.
With my track record of snake eyes, that was scary.
So they are gone. I think you should move forward your D6 inches there.
So they're off the table.
They're off the Okay, so the Drakon Riders charged in yet again to the Fiends, and we did a total of 6 wounds, bringing them up to 21. Here we go.
They're 17-20, so
I don't want to roll Snake Eyes. I don't want to roll Snake Eyes. Here we go. We're going to make this roll. Oh my god, that was double 3, but he's within 12 of my inspiring, so one more time. No Snake Eyes, please.
Yes! Yes!
So
The cheese stands alone. Rob had to go to a wedding, so I'm finishing the game for both of us. Right now, I am just going to basically do a counter charge into WARSMITH with the Chieftain. The Butchers are going to go into the Chariots, and the Mounted Sons are going to go into the Wizard that's there. It's not the best situation, but that's what it is. The other 2 units, the Reapers and the Shadow Hulk, are just going to stick on the objectives. Chieftain's going into the WARSMITH. I do 5 wounds and take them up to 12. The Butchers go into the Chariots and do 6 points of damage. I missed really bad on the damage rolls here, which is a shame because I only needed 2s. And then the Mounted Sons go into the Wizard and do 6 points of damage as well. Chieftain needs Snake Eyes or greater than Snake Eyes to get the WARSMITH off the table. So we're going to go right here.
one more time.
Inspiring.
He is gone.
Now let's go ahead and get that extra special roll that happens.
It's inspiring. You have to do it again.
No,
I
he
did
already
do
did
it
Oh,
that.
you did it twice?
But he's trying to see if he can overrun now. So just move him off.
Which looks like I need at least a 3.
Yeah, I think it looks like a 3.
Yeah, I mean, if you give him 3 weeks.
Oh, you made it. So he moves up and you're going to contact the, yep.
That's plenty.
Yep.
So
Now you get triple your attacks there. Get to continue.
we'll do that. We'll do that here in a bit. Let's go and
Okay.
finish the nerve test that we have.
Okay.
We got a nerve test here from the Butchers into the Chariots. I did 6 points of damage.
12-14.
12-14, so a 6-8. That's
Thank
not
you
it.
for snake eyes. Thank you for the snake eyes.
Happens at least once a game, right?
All right.
Right here, Mounted Sons did 6 points of damage.
He's a 10,
Need a 4-6.
One more time.
One more time.
And he is gone with boxcars. My inspiring
I was
goes
taking
away.
that here instead of there, so.
All right.
I'm going to do this combat and we'll come back to it.
Okay. Okay. Boop.
Chieftain going into the organ gun. It's been pestering me the entire game. Did 23 wounds to it, and I need Snake Eyes. And there's no inspiring, so there's only one roll here. Good
That
enough
is
for
no
me.
snake eyes.
All right, good turn 6. This is it. The Iron Guard are going to advance to claim the center line objective, and the Riflemen are going to turn to face the Chieftain so that they don't expose a flank and get that back objective. This is going to be close. The Chariots and the Drakon Riders are both going to go into the Butchers. They don't like them, and man, I need about another 2 hordes of those guys. This is what it comes down to, so let's see if they can do it.
Okay, so the Green Wizard moves in and hits 5 times with his lightning bolts on the Mounted Sons of Korrigan, but unfortunately he's only able to do 2 wounds. Right, here we are. Green Wizard does 2 whole wounds to the Mounted Sons. I need a 13, 15, so I'm looking for an 11 plus. And that is not 11 plus, so they're not even wavered. That's it. Oh well. There's going to be some hurt coming in a minute. Oh well. Okay, so the Drakon Riders and the War Chariot Regiment charge into the Butchers and do a total of 4 wounds, bringing them to a 10. They're fearless 18, so hopefully we can do something with a good roll. Okay, so here we go. We did a total of 10 wounds. They're 18 fearless. We need an 8 plus to do something. 1 roll. It comes down to this, comes down to this.
Where'd it go? Oh, it's way over here.
That was a 1, so a total of 5. So, you know, that makes me feel bad. I want to cry. So I'm just going to back my inch here, and I'm going to back my inch here, and then we're going to move into the bottom of turn 6.
Here we go.
Very simple turn 6 movement for the evil side here. The Direfang Chieftain is going to go into the horde of Riflemen, which have just been a pain the whole game, but Martin can't roll for anything, so that's made it fairly easy. The Butchers are going to go into the Drakon Riders, and the Mounted Sons are going to go into the Wizard. Hopefully I can get an overrun roll there as well, if I can roll well enough to get him off. All right, Chieftain on Direfang needs boxcars, basically, just a waiver here. Not that big of a deal, but worth a roll, right?
Yay.
Nothing happened. Right here, I need an 8. Butcher's really kind of underperformed, in my opinion, but 4 points of damage on him, so an 8 will get him a waiver, I believe it is.
Yep. 11 gets him off the table, as I told you it would, so DRAKON Riders go.
You got some foresight there, Jerry.
Okay, here.
Oh, you got 10, 12 on the wizard. She's got 6 on her, so a 6 will get her off, which is what I'd love to have.
7.
Got to re-roll it though, right?
No, not inspiring.
Oh, no, okay.
Gone. You overrun.
So this is the big one, the overrun. I need a 2. A 2.
And you got it, so you
Good enough.
overrun into here. Yep. Okay.
And I'm going to do that combat, and we'll come right back.
Okay.
Okay, the Mounted Sons did an additional 4 points of damage on them. They got 6 on them now. That takes them to a 10. So I'm going to need, what are they, 12, 14?
12, 14.
So a 2 or a 4 gets them off.
Ah, so they're gone.
Good enough. So that is it. We're at the end of the game. Evil took the victory.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
It hurt.
It did.
I really didn't think it was going to go that way. I really didn't think that it was going to turn out the way that it did, to be perfectly honest. I was intimidated by the amount of shooting that I knew that we would have on the other side of the board, just because I've played Martin's Dwarves before. I know Elves had a lot of good shooting options. I expected you to have some good Bane chance in there, and you did.
The shooting definitely didn't pan out the way I thought it was going to. A lot of light, I mean, two wounds around twice, I think,
Right.
2 turns.
You put the Jar of Foreign Winds on that horde of Iron Watch rifles, and
Yeah,
I
because
think
I was
that-
worried about range for this match.
Right, and I don't know why. It was probably your biggest mistake. You probably,
Yeah, oh yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
Well, on the other hand, had he had the +1 to hit for hitting on 4s, you would have been able to charge him a lot sooner.
True.
Based on the thing, so he wouldn't have got as many shots. And he wouldn't have been able to shoot first turn because you would have been out of range
Right.
to shoot at him. So we got the first turn. You
Yeah.
know, they wouldn't have, so, I mean, it kind of balances out.
Goes
Yeah.
back and forth for sure.
Yeah.
So, what'd you think, Jerry? You coming here to our game day? You got to film a video with us for the first time.
well,
you see my process.
It's you know, it's very involved. I have a newfound respect for the man for everything he has to go through to put his videos together. Would like to actually do another, you know, come up and do something like this again sometime. It was actually fun.
That'd be
Very fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe
So,
we'll meet in the middle sometime in the Indy.
Hey, we can do that. That's easy. I got family in Indy, so
Okay.
that's easy for me to do. It's Cincinnati. They're all kind of close there,
Okay.
so easy for me to make that kind of a trip. So
Very cool. Very cool.
yeah, we appreciate you coming down. We were
Thanks.
happy to get Martin on the video. Rob had to leave. He went to a wedding, so kind of got us cut off a little bit earlier than we wanted to. But hey, we had a good time. Evil took
Very
the
good
victory,
time.
so thanks for checking it out, guys.
After all this time, you have evidence that I exist.
Yeah, I know.
There are dwarves, and Martin does indeed play them.
So we're going to get some more videos with you guys hopefully soon. I know it's tough to get this stuff recorded, but we got a lot more planned. So thanks for checking us out, guys.
Good.